So as you can see right now, guys, the price of Bitcoin is approaching one very important line of resistance, and if this line of resistance is going to get broken, everything is going to change for Bitcoin. Why? Because you can see whenever the trend was heading in a downward direction like this, and if you look at this Williams alligator indicator, whenever we have seen this relief rally type of scenario, right, this relief rally has always ended exactly after reaching this red line area of this Williams alligator indicator, because you can see here got a rejection, we saw this price pullback, and now we are approaching this same line again, and which is also pointing out that hey, rejection from this red line could indicate the trend here could still continue here in a downward direction. But if we manage to break out of this red line, everything is going to change, because you can see here whenever the trend was heading here in a downward direction from 2020, this relief rally ended exactly after reaching this red line, right? And then we saw this price pullback type of scenario. Again, if you go backward and look at this price movement, you can see when the trend was heading in a down direction, it tried plenty of time to break here in up direction. But which line acted as a strongest resistance? This red line, the Williams alligator indicator. Again, we tried plenty of time, but once when we were able to break out of it, find support above it, a new trend started here in upper direction. If you go backward, then you can see again here as well, trend was heading in a down direction. Relief rally ended exactly after reaching this red line area. Again, tried one more time, we failed. Pull back, but once when we were able to break out of it, we saw this very massive price movement. So right now, the price of Bitcoin is also approaching this Williams alligator indicator, right? The red line. And this red line is again acting as a very strong resistance line, and it's not letting the price to break here in upper direction. So if the price of Bitcoin does manages to break out here in an upper direction above this red line area, then the price of Bitcoin is going to see some very impulsive move here in an upper direction. And not just only because of this structure, you can also see here. And also guys, I would really appreciate if you could take just 2 seconds of your time and destroy that like button. And for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. If you have watched my video from yesterday, we talked about this Fibonacci retracement from the swing low of 2020 and swing high of 2021. We saw this price pullback. This price pullback, you can see, we said, hey, yesterday the price was having a very difficulty to break here in a upper direction, because this Fibonacci line of 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, you can see here, which previously acted as a strong support, was acting as a resistance, but we broke out of it. And now you can see we also broke out of this upper line area of this falling wedge, which is clearly pointing out that now any sort of a price pullback, the upper line along with this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level sitting around 34,300 is definitely going to be one very strong support. And now we could be slowly heading here in an upper direction, because this line was a very strong resistance. You can see it didn't let the price to break in upper direction. We saw plenty of time rejection, but now the price here is breaking out of here in upper direction. But any sort of a pullback, we are aware the same line which previously acted as a resistance is going to be a very strong support. So that's why we said around this 34,000 we do have a very strong support for Bitcoin. So if this trend is going to continue in upper direction according to this Fibonacci level, the next Fibonacci target is going to be this 0.382, and that is around $41,576. Until this is not been broken, we have to be careful, because getting rejection from this red line, right, has always led to some decent price pullback. So let's not be overexcited. Watch this scenario carefully, and if it's going to get broken, then we are going to see some very impulsive move playing out for Bitcoin. And also, if you look at this monthly candle close level for Bitcoin, again in a daily time frame, now things are looking very different, because yesterday when I talked about this scenario, the price here was trying to hold this resistance or support line from this 31st of January, because the 31st of January candle closed around 33,000, and we were saying, hey, this 33,000 level also acted as a very strong support in the past Bitcoin price action. So when we had this pullback, you can see this pullback ended exactly at this monthly candle close level. When the price started again heading in upper direction, I told you guys yesterday, this line here to the upside, the 31st of May is going to be our potential price target level, that is going to be around 37,000, and we did came to this 37,000. And now where are we finding support? You can see exactly at this monthly candle close from 31st of May. So if the price here does remain above this 37,000 guys, then according to this monthly candle close level, the next possible monthly candle close target here in upper direction is going to be this 28th of February, and that is sitting around $45,000. So now you can see guys how the price of Bitcoin is now slowly gaining momentum at this current stage. And also here in a smaller time frame you can see here guys. So if you have watched my video from yesterday, we did talk about this descending broadening wedge scenario playing out for Bitcoin. I told you guys every time whenever we have failed to find support above this rising trend line, we have seen price pullback. This scenario unfolded again. Rejection from this support line indicated a possible downward price target. And look at this, price started hitting an upper direction and also broke out of this very important line of resistance, right? Which was not letting the price to break here in upper direction. We had a breakout. We also got a retest of this previous temporary resistance line. Got a bounce here again, another almost a retest here in a trend line, right? And now we are heading here in upper direction. This is actually showing us that, hey, if the price of Bitcoin is going to continue here in an upper direction following this descending broadening wedge, the price target for me, right, the upward price target is going to be here, because according to this descending broadening wedge, the price target for me here in upper direction is going to be somewhere around $41,000, because we know according to this Fibonacci retracement, we might be heading towards this 41,000. Now, according to descending broadening wedge, we are also getting this 41,000, and also here in a monthly candle close. To play this scenario, guys, to play all this bullish scenario, we have to break out of this red line, and this red line from this Williams alligator indicator is going to be a very important resistance line and also a decision point for Bitcoin, because if we do manage to break out of this red line, then I'm actually expecting some very bullish scenario to play out for Bitcoin. But getting a strong rejection from this line here, right, this Williams alligator indicator could also indicate the trend here could still see a potential downward price movement in this manner, right? So we have to be very careful, because right now, if I would show you this price movement without this Williams alligator indicator and only monitor this movement here, also getting rejection again here, right? Not just only due to the Williams alligator indicator, this trend line is also acting as a resistance, because you can see here in the past Bitcoin price action, this trend line here to the upside did actually acted as a resistance. But now what we can also add here, right, a simple trend line like this, and look at this descending channel. So what we want at any case is to break out of this upper line area of the descending channel and also this Williams alligator indicator. Rejection here could potentially also indicate that we could be following this lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern, because the price here has still not broken the previous high structure. That's why it's still in a lower highs, lower low structure. So that's why guys, breaking this upper line area, this resistance line, could turn the price very bullish, and getting rejection from this line could also indicate that we could be forming this lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern, and price could turn in this manner to the downward direction, right? So these are some of the scenarios I see right now looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a daily time frame and also here in a 4-hour time frame. So if you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.